That's all. All it takes to swing the entire outcome of a game.
Now the starting group for the Houston Rockets. Green is the 2 with Brooks at the 3. Alperon Şengün out there with Thompson. And it's Van Vliet in at the point guard position. Shot clock at 6. They grab their own miss. Outside for Randall. The 3 is up. It's rebounded by Houston. Van Vliet outside. Outside. Green. Thompson, a screen on Randall. Green for 3. McDaniels with the rebound. Minnesota has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Randall deciding where to go with it. No good from outside. And it's Şengün with the ball for the Rockets.
You know, a reliable veteran like Julius Randle is so valuable. He provides a foundation for everyone else to play off of because they know he'll be there to score and help out. He makes it easier for other players to succeed around him.
Now here's Van Vliet. Shoots over DiVincenzo. Van Vliet misses.
Well, I'm surprised that didn't fall for him. We know that's a shot he can hit, and there wasn't much resistance either.
And the slam dunk by Thompson.
And man, does Thompson glide down the court with ease. Outstanding at finishing in transition.
And here's Edwards outside. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Şengün passes to Thompson. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert. Minnesota has gone 1 of 4 from deep. And it's Randall that time on the assist by McDaniels.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
Van Vliet, the pass to Thompson. Driving in. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
You know, inside is where Thompson excels, and the concentration allowing him to finish there.
Pass to Gobert. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Rockets.
That's a careless pass and a wasted possession. That's just unnecessary.
The Rockets have gone 2 for 5 here in the first. And the basket by Van Vliet.
And a speedy offensive play by Van Vliet, pulling up out of nowhere for a shot.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
I caught up with Coach Chris Finch. We talked about how Alperon Şengün can act as a facilitator. Coach said he sees the floor like nobody else. He's got a great mind for the game. And if you let him find his guy out of the high post, he will punish you. No doubt about it, they're aware. He is the engine of this offense.
Appreciate the report, Allie.
And this is big for Thompson's confidence. He needs to keep hitting from downtown.
Well, Grant, after 3 straight drafts high in the lottery, the Rockets got to 500 in 2024.
Yeah, and I love how they signed some vets in the summer of 23. Houston decided we want to win now, and I wish more teams did that. I love this approach, getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm. I think this is a rare case of being overcommitted. He tried to go all out at the rim, and they stifled him.
Now here's Edwards. He has 6. Randall outside. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. And Edwards slams it in.
Well, once Edwards saw his opening, it was game over. He delights in sticking it to you like this.
Van Vliet misses.
Those are precisely the looks this team is trying to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. It can't settle for bad shots.
Now here's Edwards. Give him 8 points now. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. And Minnesota will go for a different look here. Reed's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Clark comes in for McDaniels. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Anthony Edwards. And Mike Conley is subbed in for DiVincenzo. And the Rockets will go for a different look here. Steven Adams checked in for Alperon Şengün. Smith comes in for Thompson. Eason's checked in for Brooks. And it's Cam Whitmore in for Fred VanVleet. Miller's checked in for Minnesota. Anthony Edwards comes in for Clark. Alperen Sengun's checked in for the Rockets. Holiday comes in for Green.
Just a ferocious play by Edwards, taking the contact but staying committed to his finish.
Smith in the high post. From downtown. Oh, wow. Drew the contact, and that three almost went in. So he'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
Hey, nice work attracting the foul from deep. He'll shoot 3. And when you talk about guys who are built for the modern game, add Smith's name to that list.
And Minnesota making a change here. Minot's checked in. Miller's checked in for Minot. Shot clock and game clock, 1 second differential. From deep, Conley. It's rebounded by Sengun. Right side, Holiday. Here's the 3. Rebound, Minnesota. And here's the fast break. The kick out to Edwards. 3-pointer. Hits the trifecta. Edwards got 13. Already 5 lead changes here.
Speaks to how evenly matched these teams have been thus far.
Anthony Edwards has been on display for the Minnesota Timberwolves. His fingerprints. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for Minnesota.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
Another thing they're doing well early on is moving the ball, playing selfless basketball, and getting everybody involved on the offensive end.
Conley and Ant are the 1 and the 2. Then it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Then there's Naz Reid. And it's Minot in at power forward. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the T-Wolves. Now here's Smith. Here's Sengun. Offline with a 3. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey, BA, well, the Rockets got a lot more organized with Coach Ime Udoka and their veteran additions, including point guard Fred VanVleet, who said it's just having that poise and presence to slow things down and get guys where they need to be. Rein it in, get some structure, and maximize these guys' potential. BA?
Allie, a great floor general. Thanks for that.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
The shot by Garza, no good. And so it's Holiday who brings up the ball for the Rockets. They trail by 1. And Grant, the success of teams like the Timberwolves showing that size still matters.
Yeah, in this pace and space era, it may have come into question just a bit, but size and skill combined has always been your best bet at winning.
The Timberwolves have gone just 1 of 3 to begin the second quarter. The shot by Garza, no good. Houston has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. And there's Holiday. That's good. On the assist by Smith. Holiday's got 8 points here in the quarter. Outside Reid. Outside Edwards. Back to Reid to halt the run. It's hauled in by Houston.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
They get it back. Pass to Eason. Holiday from long range. Garza grabs the board. Timberwolves trail by 4. Launches a 3. Edwards making it look so easy from deep.
He's been so aggressive on offense, and with the results, you understand why.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
Here's Whitmore outside. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Whitmore. And Houston will go for a different look here. Thompson, he's checked in for Smith. Dylan Brooks comes in for Eason. Jalen Green, he's checked in for Whitmore. And Fred VanVleet is subbed in for Holiday. Back to Conley. Here's Shannon. Alexander Walker. Great positioning on the putback. And the Timberwolves lead by 1.
They keep capturing the lead, then giving it back. We'll see if they can hold on to it this time.
Well, this is why the fans are here. Each team trading blows, increasing the entertainment value.
And it's Brooks missing. The Timberwolves have gotten 5 of 8 attempts to drop since the second began. And another miss by Houston. The Timberwolves shooting just 38% in this quarter. There's Shannon. Green covering. Stolen by Thompson. Back comes Houston in transition. Beyond the arc. Look at Green showing off his range. And a breakdown here, guys, of the hustle stats for the Rockets.
Well, so far they've done a great job of reading the offense and repeatedly putting themselves in the right place to interrupt the play and force turnovers.
They're also managing to make lots of trouble for their opponent in transition. Right away, they're finding points on the break.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. And that one's good from Conley.
Right back at you. Conley's a counter-puncher. He knows when his team needs a lift.
Van Vliet misses. Minnesota in the lead. Reed for 3. Sinks it. What range from downtown. Reed's got 6 in the quarter.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
Over to the left wing. Şengün finds Brooks. Back to Şengün. Brooks outside. From outside the arc. Van Vliet misses. And here's Minnesota now. They're on an 11-3 run. Here's Alexander Walker. From outside, off the mark. Now Green. Good if it goes. Whoa! He just got it off in time.
That was close. Now, he doesn't panic in these situations.
He released it just in the nick of time. What a shot.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. The T-Wolves on top, up 1. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. And you know, Anthony Edwards has been really making it happen, guys.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
Kicking off the second half, here's Ime Udoka's 5. Van Vliet and Green, they're manning the backcourt. Thompson out there with Alperen Şengün. And it's Brooks in at the 3. And Stan, while Edwards has pushed back, it hasn't stopped others from comparing him to his airness, Michael Jordan.
And that talk is more about how his game reminds one of MJ and less about greatness. Edwards' career is just getting started.
Edwards against Thompson. McDaniels, a screen on Thompson. Edwards, a pass to Randall. Off target from outside. The Rockets trail. Van Vliet with it. DiVincenzo picks him up. Here's Şengün. Drills it from deep. Şengün's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game.
Yeah, no question Van Vliet was going to find his man. He has excellent court vision.
Houston has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Green for 3. Minnesota with a rebound. Randall outside. Pass to McDaniels. Ooh, once again off the mark by Minnesota. For Houston, they've gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Brian, Anthony Edwards, his disposition just brightens a locker room. Coach Chris Finch said he's an absolute joy to coach. Always in a great mood with a great smile. It doesn't matter if he plays well or he doesn't. Every day he has the same approach and the same attitude.
And he wants to be great, Allie. There's no doubt about that. Nice shot by DiVincenzo.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a 3-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Offensive rebound. Outside for Green. Van Vliet outside. On the wing, Brooks. And a great assist by Van Vliet as that one goes. Van Vliet's got 3 assists in the game. And Grant, we know the importance of the veteran leaders on a team, but not every vet wants to accept a mentorship role.
Very true, B.A. In your later years, that role becomes a blend of playing and kind of coaching. Not everyone is cut out for that.
Edwards, the pass to DiVincenzo. There's the 3. Minnesota again missing.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
He goes up. Oh, and the jam by Thompson.
That's unreal. I mean, Thompson, that boy's going to hit his head on the rim one day. Oh.
Pass to Gobert. Sengun with a steal. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Oh, Amen Thompson. Incredible verticality.
1:33 left in the third. For 3, Randall. Brooks with the rebound. And the Rockets with possession. They're on a 13-3 run. And it's Thompson penetrating. Green in the post. Guarded by Edwards. Brooks from outside. McDaniels with the rebound. Timberwolves trail by 9. DiVincenzo finds Gobert. McDaniels from long range. Tries again. Out to DiVincenzo. Fires for 3. He drops it from range. DiVincenzo's got 6 points in the quarter.
Yeah, nice dish by Gobert. With his height, he can see over the whole defense.
Green, the pass to Van Vliet. The 3 is up. Randall pulls down the board. Randall's got 4 rebounds in the game. It's Edwards on the wing. Green covering. McDaniels against Brooks. Pass to Gobert. It's Edwards on the wing. And it's out of bounds to Minnesota.
Substitution on the court.
Here's DiVincenzo. 6 points for him. Basket counts.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Houston with another miss. Randall against Green. The 3. Randall can't hit. And that'll do it for the third quarter. Rockets ahead, up by 4, and will. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
You have to love his unselfishness and ability to make those around him better.
Well, he really just helps tie this team together. They know they can count on him to set them up.
We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. Conley and Ann are the 1 and the 2. Nickeil Alexander-Walker out there with Joe Ingles. And it's Reed in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's the Timberwolves 5. And he hits it and gets hacked. A 3-point chance here if he can convert. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for Minnesota.
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
Well, something else that has stood out to me has been their aggressiveness on the boards. They're just out-muscling the opposition on the offensive glass.
This is the very definition of a back-and-forth contest.
Yes, neither side taking its foot off the gas. I'm expecting a spectacular finish.
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Miller's checked in for Minot, and it's Ingles in for Clark. It's intercepted. For 3, Smith connects from downtown. And the Rockets lead by 5.
You know, Smith came into the league as a capable and confident shooter off the catch.
Conley passes to Ingles. Edwards looking it over. Reed sets a screen. Down low. Back to Edwards. Just 5 on the clock. Oh, Edwards bringing the heat.
They have a never-give-up attitude.
Yeah, and as a coach, you love having a team like this. They've got 0 quitting.
An open look for Smith. And it's Houston scoring again.
Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
Ingles, a screen on Holiday. On the wing, Ingles. Out to the right wing. Outside Reed. Let's go with a three. Knocks down the triple.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
Well, you know this is when they lean on him, and he delivers with a much-needed score.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Edwards can't hit. And it's Holiday with the ball for the Rockets. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Smith no good.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Here's Conley. Outside, Ingles. And there's a pick. Three-pointer off the mark. Houston in the lead. Smith right side. Pass to Şengün. And Mike Conley picks up the foul. That'll be a second foul of the game. And Minnesota with some changes. Julius Randle's checked in for Miller. Alexander Walker comes in for Ingles. And it's DiVincenzo in for Mike Conley. And Houston will go for a different look here. Thompson, he's checked in for Smith. Brooks comes in for Eason. Jalen Green, he's checked in for Whitmore. And Van Vliet is subbed in for Holiday. On the wing, Alexander Walker. Randle with it. Van Vliet covering. Randle, the pass to Alexander Walker. Outside Edwards. To tie it up. Ooh, Thompson with the block.
Decent reach and solid instincts, allowing Thompson to get a hand on it.
Oh, he cranks it down. Right on Anthony Edwards. Goodness.
Oh, save that for the dunk contest. That flush was so extra.
Whether or not this game is close, he's the same guy, focused on finishing firm at the rim. The three, DiVincenzo nails it from three.
Cool, calm, and collected at a critical juncture in this game.
And stolen by Edwards. Pass to Reed to take the lead. Edwards, no good.
He's trying to force his way into a rhythm, but that's not helping the team.
The three, DiVincenzo again gets it to go. He can't miss. 5 for 5.
And they've been relying on his three-point stroke all game, and he doesn't let them down when it matters most.
Well, it's one thing to hit threes when it doesn't matter. It's another to do it in clutch time. It takes a special player.
And that one's good for Brooks.
And this team is counting on Brooks in big-time moments. And guess what? Dillon delivers.
Outside Reed. Tried to come right back with a three of his own, but it's no good. The Rockets have gone 5 of 8 from the field so far in the fourth.
Whoa, that is as clutch as it gets. Big-time play.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
For three, Randle. Rockets with a rebound.
Well, you like the competitive mindset there, trying to answer right back. It just didn't fall.
And Minnesota with possession here. 4-point game. Minnesota again missing.
At this point, I'm not sure if it's the play calling or the player himself.
Here's Reed, out to DiVincenzo. Misses the three. Green against Edwards. Three-pointer. He can't hit that time. And so the big win by Houston in a tight alley. Thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
matchup in this one.
Yeah, I love to see skilled bigs dueling down low. Kind of a throwback in some ways, but there's still plenty of physicality in the modern game.
So let's take a look at the starters for the Dallas Mavericks. Kyrie Irving is out there with Klay Thompson. Then there's Daniel Gafford. Then it's Anthony Davis. And it's Washington in at the three, the small forward. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. Knocks down the three ball.
The challenge with defending Edwards, he's a three-level scorer.
Irving kicks to Thompson. Davis with a screen on Edwards. Thompson way outside from beyond the arc and then some.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Irving surveying the floor. Outside, Davis. Pass to Washington. Davis setting the pick for Washington. And it's off from three-point range. Minnesota's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter.
You know, when Rudy Gobert is down low, it strikes fear into the opponent. This is a guy who has led the league in blocks and rebounds at different times. Inside the paint, he is just a nightmare to battle against.
6 on the shot clock. Steps back. It's stolen by Randall. And now Minnesota on the fast break. Pass to DiVincenzo. The three-pointer off the mark. Dallas has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And here's Davis for 3. Drills the three-pointer.
Hey, how many bigs do you know that can pull up like that and knock down the jumper? I could probably count them on 2 hands.
Now here's Edwards. Gobert with a screen on Thompson. The Timberwolves again can't hit. The Mavericks have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Washington finds Irving. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here.
It'll be a jump ball.
Edwards with it. Picked up by Davis. The 3 for DiVincenzo. And the 3-ball is good. All right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for the Timberwolves.
Well, you know, they've been aggressive on the defensive end, and it's paying off for them. Quite a few takeaways for them in the early going.
And, guys, they've also done a great job generating offense from their defense, forcing turnovers and making the defense pay for those mistakes.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. It's stolen by DiVincenzo. Puts up a deep 3. A rebound by Washington. You know, Greg, when you look at the Timberwolves' history, the first round had been a problem for them. But not last year, as they swept the Phoenix Suns.
And you gotta look at it as being a tremendous success, right? Because going into the season, I don't know that anyone thought they would have made it to the conference finals. But boy, that young group gelled well together, and the sky's the limit for the future.
And here's Thompson. After Anthony Edwards made that last three-pointer. The kick out to Irving. Here's the 3. Minnesota with the rebound.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Pass to DiVincenzo. McDaniels, a screen on Gafford. That's a 2 from Randall. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Irving can't hit. And the Timberwolves with possession. They're on a 14-6 run. In the corner, it's DiVincenzo. Randall with a screen for DiVincenzo. Outside for Randall. And another 3 for Minnesota.
Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no signs of letting up.
And, you know, when you've got a chance to put a team away early, you got to take it.
Irving passes to Davis. And Davis throws it down.
Yes, sir. AD threw it down easily.
And the foul called on Anthony Davis. That is his first foul of the game. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Naz Reid, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Clark comes in for McDaniels. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Edwards. And Mike Conley subbed in for Dante DiVincenzo. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Derek Lively, he's checked in for Daniel Gafford. Najee Marshall comes in for P.J. Washington. Christie's checked in for Thompson. And Spencer Dinwiddie subbed in for Irving.
And how about the offensive rebound with a little extra punch on the putback?
You're right, Craig. As they look to trim the deficit, Could we see them send a few more bodies to the boards from here on out? Maybe, just maybe.
Well, I don't think...
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves with a 10-point lead, some breathing room heading into the break. And you have to credit their defense for the job they've been doing against Irving. Kyrie's been almost invisible out there, and we don't say that very often. Right back after this break. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And guys, what's your take so far on the Timberwolves?
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Well, you know, the defense, guys, is just disruptive, active, and energetic, and you can't afford to be loose with the ball against these guys.
Conley and Edwards are the guards. Miller is out there with Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And it's Reed in at the center, locking down the middle. So that's the Timberwolves 5. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Einod's checked in. Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Anthony Edwards is figuring things out. He said there's levels. My first few years, I looked for my shot and nothing else. I've learned that I can't win without my teammates and that I have to throw them the ball too. It's a team game. I know that now. Kevin, I know it too, so I'm throwing it back to you.
And you're the best teammate we could have. Thank you, David.
I got a question for you. How do you defend Irving in the pick and roll? He's so quick, and his ball handling is so good, absolutely, virtually impossible.
Outside Conley. Pass to Alexander-Walker. Here's Reed. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Minnesota needs to get off a shot here. Conley's shot is off. Mavericks trail by 4. And you know, Clark, you look at the switch the Mavericks hit last year. This is a team that has certainly bought in.
It's pretty clear, Kevin. They believe in their coach, and they know they can make it to the finals now. They look to empower one another. They play as more than the sum of their parts, that's for sure. A well-oiled, cohesive group.
Reed misses. Now the Mavericks with it. Right now they're on a 9-0 run. Lively, no one around him. Over to the wing. Fires from deep. Offensive rebound. Marshall dishes to Dinwiddie. The kick out to Irving. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Christie. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Christie's got the lead up to 2 now for the Mavs.
Kyrie looking to get others involved. Nice awareness there.
The shot's good from Alexander-Walker.
And from beyond the arc, he puts a stop to that 12-0 run by the Mavs.
Irving for 3. The rebound by Edwards. Minnesota's gone 1 of 6 from three-point land in the second quarter. Less than 20%. But they've continued to let them fly. Great positioning on the putback. Alexander-Walker's got 8 points.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball.
That's exactly right. No need to catch it when you've got the kind of soft hands that he does. Hey, I'm stating the obvious here, but he was very comfortable taking that shot. Not a defender in sight.
Here's Reed. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Dallas has gone outside a lot tonight. 17 times, in fact. 7 of 17. And on the way from Irving for 3.
Even with every shot clanging off the rim, he seems determined to keep hoisting up these threes. It might be time to get inside of that arc.
For Dallas, they've gone 5 of 12 from the field here in the second. They set the pick. Dinwiddie passes to Marshall. On the wing, Irving. Takes the 3. Shoots the 3. Good on the three-point shot. Irving's got 6 in the quarter.
Never lacking confidence. Zero hesitation from Kyrie there.
And Edwards launches it from deep. Another miss by Minnesota.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Dinwiddie with the bucket.
Really nice job moving the ball around that time, picking apart that defense.
Here's Reed. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you can fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Timberwolves trail by 3. Here's Alexander Walker. And another 3 for Minnesota.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Poked away. Stolen by Conley. Flies up and finishes the alley-oop.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know you're gonna get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
31. These are return seconds of the court. And get ready for the big half-court shot. Come by.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. And awards now have a minimum amount of games needed to qualify. An interesting twist in this whole story.
Yeah, and it seems logical because of the uproar from the fans and the media that they implement this. And how can you be that impactful in reality, though, if you only play half the year?
Getting underway in the second half, here's the 5 for Jason Kidd. They've got Klay Thompson. P.J. Washington is out there with Anthony Davis. Then there's Daniel Gafford. And it's Irving at the 1 spot.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
No question about it. No flop there. That was a direct shot to the chest.
Out to Thompson. Davis with a screen on DiVincenzo. Thompson inside the line. In the corner, it's Gafford. Clock is at 3. Taps in there. Davis with the assist. Now it's a 4-point Maverick lead. Well, there's no question, and he welcomes this, that Anthony Davis shoulders a heavy load on the defensive end.
And he should, and he does. I mean, he's a true anchor. He protects the rim. He can guard out on the perimeter. He communicates well. He's got an excellent basketball IQ. And he's a guy that can cover up a lot of mistakes from his teammates.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. The 3 for DiVincenzo. Pass to Shannon. And here's Randall. 5 to shoot. DiVincenzo with it. It's good from long range. DiVincenzo's got 6.
And there's DiVincenzo with the quick trigger. Cannot give him any room defensively. You've got to eliminate his airspace.
Irving for 3. Another 3 for Dallas. 7 lead changes now, and we're just in the third quarter.
Yeah, frustrating for a coach, but it's great to watch as a fan.
Pass to DiVincenzo. Into the lane. McDaniels with the ball. McDaniels, a screen on Irving. DiVincenzo kicks to McDaniels. Fires it up. DiVincenzo can't hit it.
Boy, he knows he should have knocked that one down, especially with the defense not giving much of an effort.
Washington passes to Gafford. Outside, Davis. Dallas moving it around. Thompson for 3. Outside, Irving. Lets the 3 fly. Minnesota with the rebound. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Here's Shannon. Still without a basket. 3-pointer, Randall. A rebound by Washington. Dallas has gone 3 of 5 with the long ball since entering the second half. Well, we know, GA, the Mavs are so adept at hunting the matchups they want. They're patient and methodical.
They never look like they're in a rush, right? Even when you send a double or trap the ball, the Mavs stay calm and know where to go. It's what makes slowing down their pick and roll so difficult.
Irving kicks to Thompson. Gafford sets the pick for Thompson. Back to Irving. Thompson outside. Shot clock at 5. From outside the arc. Minnesota with the rebound. Gobert's got 5 rebounds tonight. Randall from outside. A rebound by Washington. Washington's got 4 rebounds now tonight. In the corner, Irving with it. Pass to Davis. Davis using his size.
Davis really going up strong once he's near the basket. Love seeing him do that.
No one near Randall as he lets it go. Hands it from downtown. Randall's got 6 in the quarter.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
5-on-3 break. And here's Washington outside. They get it back, and the call will be against Julius Randle. That's his first foul. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Derek Lively, he's checked in for Daniel Gafford. Najee Marshall comes in for P.J. Washington. Exum, he's checked in for Klay Thompson. And it's Williams in for Kyrie Irving. Now, here's Marshall, defended by Alexander Walker. Pass to Williams. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Fires for 3. Davis kicks to Exum. Offline with his 3. Launches a 3. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And the game still closely contested as we end the... And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Conley and Edwards are the guards. Naz Reid out there with Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And it's Garza in at center. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Sinks the triple.
Not just range, but confidence, too. Irving can capitalize from way downtown.
Beyond the arc. And no good that time. Dallas leading by 4. Outside Williams from 18 feet away. And dead on that time. Beautiful shot.
And he should thank the team for those 2 points. Nobody paid much attention to him on that play.
And on the way from Irving for 3. Great D that time from Edwards.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Cutting into that deficit now, well within striking distance.
Boy, time to tighten it up on defense. A stop here would be huge.
Irving, good.
The fire that Irving plays with, admirable. I mean, and you can feel it. When you make a 3 on him, it's payback time. He's coming at you.
DiVincenzo kicks to Edwards. Uncovered. And the Timberwolves tack on 2 more.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
The kick out to Williams. And a miss there on the triple.
Boy, I'm absolutely shocked he didn't get that one to go. Usually he's money from deep.
Edwards can't hit. Mavericks leading by 4. Pass to Marshall. Lively sends a screen for Marshall. Hits the 3-point bomb.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defense.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Edwards.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Both teams will make substitutions. Outside Irving. From the arc. Sinks the three-pointer. Irving's got the lead up to 10 now for Dallas.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
You know what? Teams can get a little three-happy down the stretch sometimes. Letting it fly.
And the Mavericks with possession. They're on a 14-5 run here. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got 5 assists in the game.
A shot like that is a polite way to say, hey, coach, bench me.
Hey, that's crazy there. I mean, insanity. At least wait until you get across half court. My goodness.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And, you know, they've got to be careful because this is when the team concept breaks down and guys start playing hero ball.
Thompson finds Irving. Outside, Davis. The three. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Randall's got 4 rebounds in this game.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for Dallas.
I think the attitude was very impressive. Definitely a competitive game, and they fought through it each step of the way.
Absolutely. They put on a tremendous performance in terms of the effort and intensity. This was a well-deserved win.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Kyrie Irving.
A big part of their success was his ability to keep the ball moving, finding guys when they would flash open.
Got that bucket in no time at all. And the Mavericks lead by 15.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I tell you something, I mean, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the NBA, no matter what. And they got it done.
And it's a completely new lineup for Minnesota. Dinwiddie's shot is off. And it's Conley with the ball for Minnesota. To the wing on the left. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Reed gets to Conley. Drills it from outside. 35 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And so here is Dallas. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. The shot by Williams, no good. Reed against Williams. Timberwolves with a fresh shot clock. Outside Conley. The 3 ball. So we see the Mavericks taking the win here. They came in. Much appreciated, David. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
position tonight, Grant.
Oh, no question, B.A. I mean, these bigs bring the size and skill. Who has more tools in their toolkit? I mean, we're about to find out.
So the opening lineup for the Mavericks. Anthony Davis is out there with Washington. Then it's Thompson. Then it's Daniel Gafford. And it's Irving in at point guard.
And you can't let Irving get comfortable from outside, or he'll be hitting these shots all day long.
Van Vliet, the pass to Green. And a miss there on the triple.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Gafford with a screen on Van Vliet. Fires from deep. And it's Washington missing. And so Thompson will bring it up for the Rockets. It's a three-point game.
Yeah, I like when Thompson goes in strong like this. We're just forcing the defense to act.
These are his first free throws of the game. Richard, how about that memorable Rockets winning streak early in 2024?
11 straight wins. Look, that's no easy task, no matter who you are playing. The energy in the locker room must have just been off the charts.
Now here's Irving. They get it again. The three from Washington. It's rebounded by Şengün.
Defense dodged a bullet that time. Total breakdown.
Brooks from outside. Good, and the assist goes to Şengün.
Trying to keep up with Brooks will wear you out. He gets one step ahead and pulls right up to shoot.
Thompson, no good.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
Yeah, he might have been feeling himself a little too much on that one. He can hit it, but not consistently. While he's a bit undersized for a four, he more than makes up for it with his bounce.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Ime Udoka for a minute. We spoke about Kyrie Irving and what the most challenging thing about defending him is, and he told me, quote, just how creative he is when he's handling the ball. We want to keep the ball out of his hands as much as possible, even if it means sending double teams occasionally. We'll see if this game plan works out for them, guys. Back to you.
As always, Allie, we thank you. Pass to Şengün. Thompson outside. Here's the three. Thompson pulls it in. Dallas has gone just 1 of 6 from downtown. Irving for three. Thompson against Washington. Will it go? Drains the triple.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Van Vliet against Irving. Pass to Green. Fires the three. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
Certain times you can tell when a player is going to shoot the ball, and you can see that from Green on his way up the floor.
Davis with a screen on Van Vliet. Irving, the pass to Thompson. Van Vliet against Irving. 5 to shoot. Pass to Davis. Washington against Brooks. And it's Washington missing.
And usually that's a bucket for him, but look, nobody's perfect in the mid-range.
Since being drafted in 2021, Alperen Şengün has really grown his game, Richard.
Particularly his assist numbers. That's what impresses me. You can run the offense through the 6'11" Şengün. It's so impressive.
Irving finds Davis. Back to Irving. 17-foot shot on the way. And off the glass. That one's good. Irving's got his second basket on the night.
From mid-range, Irving is so consistent. He can hit that shot whenever he needs to.
Stolen by Davis. Over Van Vliet. Again, Dallas.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
The Mavericks trailing. Out left to the wing. Van Vliet against Washington. Lets it go from deep. The Rockets pull it in. Thompson in the post. Davis on him. Oh, and the jam by Thompson.
That's unreal. I mean, Thompson, that boy's going to hit his head on the rim one day. Oh.
Pass to Washington. He shoots it. It's rebounded by Şengün. Şengün's got 4 rebounds in the game. Unloads. Here's Thompson. The three is up. Gafford grabs the miss. Stolen by Thompson. And here we go. The Rockets in transition. Oh, a dunk and a foul. A powerhouse move. He's got a chance for one more at the line. It goes on Kyrie Irving. Houston shooting their third free throw attempt of the game. From behind the arc. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. And so it's Houston closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. Looking to run with... And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And taking a look at Houston's performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Give it up for their D. They're battling, communicating, and coming up with key stops.
It's been a group effort, and that's what it takes to play the kind of defense that they've played. Great showing from them.
Smith and Şengün play together in the front court. Whitmore is out there with Aaron Holiday, and it's Eason in at the 3 spot. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Rockets. Marshall with the bucket.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at them.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Lively with a screen on Holiday. Pass to Marshall. Takes the 3. Rockets with a rebound. Şengün's got his 5th rebound in this one. The 3, Smith. Lively grabs the miss. Mavericks trail by 7. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, the Rockets showing improvement. Head coach Ime Udoka said, quote, when you rely on your young guys, you're constantly trying to instill habits that'll carry them for the rest of their careers. It's mistakes and tendencies you have to try to break continually. Just staying positive. We see glimpses of how close we can be.
All right, Allie, thanks for that. Smith outside. Outside Eason. Pass to Holiday. From the arc. Houston with another miss. Dallas has gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. Knocks it down from distance.
He just didn't like what he saw inside, so he takes the open transition 3. But if he'd missed, coach might have had some words for him.
Smith outside. And the shot is good on the assist by Holiday. Smith's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And one guy who's just scratching the surface of his potential, Jabari Smith.
Yeah, he's still very young, still gaining strength. But his upside on both ends is enormous.
Yeah, it's a great option every time to have Dinwiddie run the pick and roll. As reliable a play as they'll ever get.
Şengün passes to Eason. Now here's Holiday. Pass to Whitmore. Puts up a 3. Lively grabs the miss. Mavericks trail by 4. On the wing, Irving. The 3. Lively passes to Marshall. Clock at 6. This one for 3. It's hauled in by Houston. Pass to Eason. Jacks up a 3. Nails it from beyond the arc. Eason's got his first 3 points of the game.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
Irving, the pass to Marshall. Here's Christie. For 3. Drops in the 3. Christie's got 6 in the quarter.
If you give a shooter of his skill an opening like this, he's going to take it every time.
Pass to Eason. Launches it. Sinks the tray. 1:14 left in the second period. Irving looking around. Here's Christie. Tipped. Eason with the ball, and Lively picks him up defensively. Here's Marshall. The 3 ball. It's rebounded by Şengün. Houston leading by 7. Left side Eason. Outside Whitmore. Three-pointer Holiday. They get it back. With the fadeaway. Three on 3. There's a 4-second difference between the shot and game clock.
Yeah, the quick thinking of Dinwiddie uses his offensive instincts to bully the defense in transition.
Pass to Holiday. 4-3. Dinwiddie with a rebound. Here's Christie, defended by Eason. 1 second left. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. It's Houston up 4. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Well, you got to like what we're seeing from Amin Thompson.
Pretty much the entire first half, he was dominating down low, piling up a ton of dunks.
He has been aggressive, getting into the painted areas seemingly at will and wreaking absolute havoc on the defense.
And on the floor for Jason Kidd as we get into the second half, Klay Thompson is out there with Kyrie Irving. Then there's Davis, then it's Washington, and it's Gafford in at the center position. Kept alive. Pass to Washington. Gafford with a screen on Van Vliet. The 3 from Washington. The Rockets pull it in. Şengün's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Thompson outside. Well, Grant, you were an excellent defender in your day. So who was the toughest player you had to guard?
Well, there were so many great players. Michael, LeBron. But let's talk about the late, great Kobe Bryant. I mean, he really had no weaknesses. And even if you defended him perfectly, there's a good chance he could still make the shot.
Davis finds Thompson. Over Green. Dallas, no good that time either. And here's Thompson. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. From downtown, Gafford grabs the miss. Mavericks trail by 8. There's Davis with the 3. Connects. The jumper drops. Davis has got his 2nd bucket of the night. The Rockets have got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter. Van Vliet outside. Back to Thompson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Thompson's vertical is impressive. I love seeing this young guard rise up and throw it down.
Davis with a screen on Van Vliet. Irving, that's good.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a 3 each time.
Grant, we all know how good Kyrie Irving is, but he's especially lethal in the fourth quarter.
And his clutch moments go far beyond his series winner in the 2016 finals. He thrives in high-pressure moments and has done so his whole career.
Mavericks trail by 5. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Well, similarities in the games of Alperen Şengün and Nikola Jokic. A couple years back, Jokic suggested that Houston run their offense more through him, and they have. Jokic said that's going to benefit the whole organization. He wants to pass and play for the team. They'll move when the ball is in his hands. Brian?
Well, Jokic would know. Thanks, Allie.
Okay, that's some impressive range from Green. Daring the defense to cover him that far out. Well, look, he can have that.
Yeah, that one's good. Irving.
Ooh, explosive crossover. How's that for a move?
Here's Green. And it's Houston scoring again.
Yeah, it's easy to see why they go to him so often, because they know they can depend on him to come through for them.
On the wing, Davis. And good. Coming on the assist by Irving. Davis has got his third basket on the night right there.
Just some quick thinking from AD. Doesn't want to give the D any time to react. Just catch it and shoot it.
Şengün, a screen on Irving. Van Vliet misses.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
Yeah, it's a great look for him. One they'll try and manufacture again. Those are the shots you want him to take.
You have to be kidding me.
Wow, that's how you take things into your own hands. Houston leading by 3. Van Vliet on the wing. He's guarded by Irving. Here's Green. Gafford grabs the miss. Gafford's got rebound number 5 here tonight. To the left side wing. Gafford with a screen on Thompson. Washington passes to Gafford. Now Irving, guarded by Van Vliet. Shot from the top of the key. Thompson against Green. They get the rebound. Outside for Davis. AD stretching the floor.
With a 7'6" wingspan, Anthony Davis can get that jumper off against anyone.
Thompson passes to Green. Ooh, nothing falling for them right now. Pass to Thompson. For the lead. The shot misses. It's a tie game here in Houston. And time for a short break. Stay right there. The fourth quarter is... And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
That's an unguardable pass, flat out. Give him credit for possessing that type of vision.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Smith and Şengün play together in the front court. Shepard is out there with Cam Whitmore. And it's Eason in at the small forward position. That's the 5 for Houston right now. And there's a 3-second violation.
Just lost his head out there. It'll happen if you're pushing a little too hard.
Houston making some changes. Williams comes in for Whitmore. And Holiday subbed in for Shepard. And Dallas with a change here too. Prosper's checked in for Edwards. Williams from long range. It's rebounded by Şengün. The Rockets shooting at a decent clip. 45% for the game. Williams misses. And for the Mavericks, they're shooting just 38%. Their offense not where they want to be. The kick out to Williams to take the lead. Takes a 3. Gets the 3 to fall. And the Mavericks lead by 3.
Offense has been hard to come by so far. A much-needed bucket right there.
It's a slugfest. Maybe not the prettiest game we've seen, but sometimes the best wins are the ugly ones.
And here's the fast break. Irving for 3. They get the rebound. And the call will be against Alperen Şengün. That's his first foul. Whitmore's checked in for Houston. And Dallas with a change here too. Exum's checked in for Prosper. Irving for 3. Some solid defense from Holiday.
This is the definition of forcing it. He's trying to get himself going, but taking tough shots just won't do it.
Back to Exum. Tries the spin move. Back to Williams. There's the triple. And the three-pointer goes.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
Dallas leading by 6. And there's the call on Tari Eason. That's his first foul, and Houston will go for a different look here. Thompson, he's checked in for Smith. Dylan Brooks comes in for Eason. Green's checked in for Whitmore. And Van Vliet is subbed in for Holiday. A big group substitution here for Dallas. Gafford, he's checked in for Lively. Davis comes in for Marshall. Washington's checked in for Exum. And it's Klay Thompson in for Williams.
And man, does Thompson glide down the court with ease. Outstanding at finishing in transition.
Pass to Washington. Over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. No good with the elbow jumper. Brooks finds Van Vliet. Lets the three fly. Washington grabs the miss. Washington's got a rebound number 5 here tonight. Pass to Davis. Fires the three. It's rebounded by Şengün. Şengün's Rockets trail by 4. Outside, Green. Van Vliet scanning the floor. On the wing, Thompson. With the drive. Nice D from Gafford.
And he's usually able to score on that type of defense rather easily. Surprising to see him come away empty.
Irving against Brooks. Thompson outside. Gafford with a screen on Green. And here's Thompson for 3. Over Green. No good with a jumper from the wing. And here's Thompson. He'll bring it up for Houston. Pass to Green. Thompson, a screen on Irving. Green for 3. Stolen by Thompson. In transition. The 3 from Washington. They get it back. From deep. Buries it from 3.
And their strategy is obvious. Manufacture looks from outside the arc.
With the way they're shooting, there's no need to look for any other shot. Just keep letting it rain.
Back to Green. Fires the 3. And he sinks it. And now they trail by just 4.
There are guys that will take that shot, and there are guys that will make that shot. Green is one of those guys that will make that run.
The 3 from Washington. Sinks it from distance.
They have a relentless mentality, even with the game in total control.
No let up with these guys. They're going for the throat now.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Cash. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5. Now Gafford fires the 3. No good. Outside, Green, beyond the arc, off the mark. And so it's Dallas winning this one.
These teams among the best defensive squads in the NBA, and this figures to be a low-scoring affair.
But it should be an entertaining one, Kevin. And if you're a fan of high-intensity, high-energy defense, there's a lot to love about this matchup.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniels. Julius Randle is out there with Gobert, and it's DiVincenzo in at the 1. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves getting the first points of the ballgame. Thompson with the bucket.
Defensively, you have to live with Thompson making those, because if you get up too close at the arc, Ahmed will blow right by you.
It's good.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Here's Green. Anthony Edwards making his last shot. Count it.
And you can tell Green is a competitive player, willing to put in the sweat to find looks.
GA, if you look back at the Rockets' history, so many all-time greats have spent time there.
Yeah, it's an impressive list, right? Olajuwon, Moses Malone, Calvin Murphy, and Harden. Houston's well represented in the Hall of Fame.
So it's the Rockets now. Anthony Edwards making his last shot. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Timberwolves have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That's his first foul.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
And here's Green outside. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Oh, not even thinking about it. When Green is catching and firing like that, you know he's feeling it.
Now here's McDaniels. Randle with a screen for DiVincenzo. Launches it. The Rockets pull it in.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Out to Brooks. Over Randle. Brooks misses. Minnesota's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
I was able to talk with Ime Udoka for a minute, and we talked about the tall task of facing Anthony Edwards. Coach said he is so physical. Ant looks more like a linebacker than a wing, so we can't foul Edwards too much. That's playing right into his hands. So they'll try to play him tight without sending him to the line. Not easy to do. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Green, the pass to Van Vliet. Out to Brooks. Back to Van Vliet. With the step back, Thompson passes to Green. Just 5 on the clock. Plenty of space. Again, the Rockets score.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Now here's Brooks. Here's Thompson. And Thompson throws it down.
We see this night in and night out. Thompson uses his size and elevation to make tough shots in the paint.
And here are the Rockets. They're on a 14-4 run right now. Takes a 3. Buries it from 3-point range. Thompson's got 10 points in the game.
Boy, that was quick. Already out to a double-digit lead.
Wow, they've come out strong. Control the pace, assert their will. Nice.
3 points.
1:14 left to play in the first quarter. Incredible for his age. The decision-making of Şengün GA is very impressive.
So calm when he sees a double coming. Reads and reacts with ease when he's on the block or at the nail. Reminds you of a young Jokic with how he sees the game.
Timberwolves trail by 8. Randle from outside. And another 3 for Minnesota.
Well, this shot is in his bag. Julius Randle more than happy to take the jumper if you concede it.
And it's Thompson again missing. Minnesota's gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from 3-point range so far in the first. The three for DiVincenzo. Şengün with the rebound. Houston leading by 5. To the paint, it's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Outside Edwards. Back to Randall. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Edwards with it. Picked up by Van Vliet. And here we go. Fast break. Van Vliet's got it. Şengün kicks to Thompson. Fires the three. The shot will not fall. Tipped away. Stolen by Van Vliet. No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. Rockets ahead. Up. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Rockets.
I mean, they've come out aggressive defensively, getting into them and coming up with some cookies along the way.
Another big component of their early game tonight has been points off turnovers. Great job converting on those chances.
The post pair form, it'll be Smith and Şengün. Then it's Tari Eason. Then it's Cam Whitmore. And it's Holiday in at point guard. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Rockets.
And this is crucial to Whitmore's development, wanting to continue to improve as a scorer.
Greg, this is some kind of note. Last year, Minnesota had, for just the second time, had ever won a series in the postseason.
Yeah, they've been bounced in the first round, 10 of 12 appearances. But last year's team was different. Their elite defense fueled the conference finals run.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Einad's checked in. Şengün passes to Smith. Eason gets a wide open look. Off target with his three. Timberwolves trail by 8. Down low. Good. And it's Şengün picking up the assist. Eason's got his first points of the night.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, Mike Conley's leadership is huge for the Wolves. Rudy Gobert says his presence on the court, but especially in the locker room, is invaluable. Coach Chris Finch said he's given us everything and more. Conley says to have this kind of trust from everyone is why I'm here. This is what I'm supposed to do. Kevin?
He is a class act. David, thanks. Holiday with the three. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Holiday's got the lead up to 11 now for the Rockets. Pass to Minot. Here's Alexander Walker. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Here's Reed. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Yeah, a lot of coaches might let you hear it for taking the three-pointer on the break, but I like the decision there. The D had already collapsed inside.
Greg, you look at today's point guards, so many different types that can be effective.
And there's a lot more freedom for point guards to kind of explore the parameters of their game. Sometimes it's steadying an offense. Other times it's to ignite it.
Pass to Minot. Clock at 6. Look at Edwards slotting home the three.
What a response from Anthony Edwards. If you make a three, he wants to come right back at you.
Out to Smith.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Now, here's Şengün. Back to Smith. A shot by Holiday. Nobody around. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. It's stolen by Eason. And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And over the course of last year, he was up over 90%. And with a stroke like that, you see why.
Houston with a big group substitution here. Thompson, he's checked in for Şengün. Brooks comes in for Jabari Smith. Green, he's checked in for Tari Eason. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Cam Whitmore. Green dishes to Holiday. The Rockets again can't hit.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now. Well, exposing a weakness in the defense, that's just way too easy, guys.
Greg, what's the key thing Fred VanVleet brings to this offense?
I feel like he's really a centering presence, Kevin. The guys can look to him to call the play, to give them their orders, and trust that he's setting them up for success.
Houston making a switch here. Smith has checked in.
There's so many things to love about Fred VanVleet's journey and his game, but perhaps the best attribute, his intelligence, his ability to outthink the defense.
And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Houston Rockets. They've led by as many as 11 points. From outside, off the mark. 2-for-1 opportunity here if they want it.
And no doubt, Kevin, if I'm them, I go for it.
Ingles can't get it to go.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Drains it from beyond the arc. Smith's got 6.
Supreme confidence. Smith really stretches the floor with his ability to shoot.
They get it again. Pass to DiVincenzo. Here's Ingles. 5 on the clock. DiVincenzo kicks to Ingles. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And that's the intelligence of Joe Ingles on display. This guy's so clever at figuring out ways to get the defense to foul him.
And Ingles drops them both.
You can tell when he steps to the line the kind of confidence he has in himself. It's written all over his body language.
Got a piece of it. Gobert down low. Jacks up a 3. It'll go. The Rocket lead is cut down to 3 on the bucket from Ingles. Thompson outside. It'll count. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Rockets lead by 3. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Amen Thompson with a strong contribution so far in this one.
What a menace he was on defense through the first 2 quarters. Just disrupting everything.
Well, it was about effort and anticipation. Hard to get into an offensive rhythm when you know this guy is lurking.
And so in the game for the Timberwolves, Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniel. Rudy Gobert is out there with Randall, and it's DiVincenzo in at the point guard position. Houston leading by 5, and stolen by DiVincenzo. Off target from three-point range.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
Out to the wing. There's the 3, and he's good on the 3-ball.
And you're asking for more trouble than you can handle if you're going to let him just roam free from beyond the arc.
A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. Thompson's got 5 points in the quarter. Pass to McDaniels, and Fred VanVleet is going to pick up a foul. That's his first foul.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
DiVincenzo with this screen on Brooks. The tray. Tries again. And here is McDaniels. 5 to shoot. For 3, Edwards. They get the rebound. DiVincenzo against Brooks. The 3. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Şengün's got his 6th rebound on the night. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Kevin, the Rockets are making progress. Coach Ime Udoka said it doesn't happen overnight. Changing habits and things like that takes time. Guys learn and grow at a different pace. My thing is getting us all on the same page. We're not that far off. Kevin, they sure look like they're building in the right direction.
David, they are, and some good vets have helped as well. And we thank you for that report. And those advanced numbers, Doris, they show Rudy Gobert is historically great.
Kevin, I love that you are an analytics lover, but for me, it's about the eye test. Rudy Gobert has won the Defensive Player of the Year on more than one occasion. He's played on winning teams, and he's been an integral part of their success. He is one of the all-time great defenders we've seen.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. Ingles is checked in. Green inside the three-point line. Knocked loose. Timberwolves trail by 3. And it's the Rockets on the break. Here's Thompson out to Brooks. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession.
Simply stated, you have to take care of the basketball, and they don't on that possession.
Tari Eason's checked in for the Rockets. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. And he hits it to tie the game up.
3 points.
And that corner pocket triple, terrific shot by Edwards from deep.
Here's Van Vliet. Minnesota with the rebound. Gobert's got 7 rebounds in the game. Edwards finds McDaniel. Now here's Ingles. Knocks it loose, and that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Edwards.
Into the lineup for the Timberwolves, number 9.
3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. That puts them in the lead. And now a 3-point Timberwolves lead.
I'm telling you this, if you leave one of Ingles' teammates open, Joe is going to find him.
Van Vliet wide open. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson.
Well, deliver the pass where your teammate can do something with it. Nice.
Ingles up top. He's covered by Thompson. And there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That's foul number 2 for him.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Jabari Smith, he's checked in for Şengün. And Cam Whitmore's subbed in for Thompson. The Timberwolves also with the sub. Reed's checked in. Minnesota's gone to the three-point shot 8 times already in the second half and hit 4 of them. And here's Ingles outside. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
3 points.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Eason's shot is good.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
And a wide open look for Whitmore. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
Well, you love the unselfishness of Fred VanVleet. This guy is so good recognizing when his teammates are open.
Here's McDaniels. That 3 off target had some space there after the little bump fake. In the corner, it's Whitmore. Misses the 3.
All the time in the world to get that one off.
And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. So for the Rockets, Steven Adams, he's checked in for Cam Whitmore. And Aaron Holiday's subbed in for Fred VanVleet. And the Timberwolves also making a change. Michael Conley, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. The Rockets again can't hit. And it's Conley with the ball for Minnesota. A 2-point game. Alexander Walker finds Reed. Drops in the tray. Reeves got 8. Third quarter, guys, and this has been a neck-and-neck game.
Both teams getting it done defensively as evidenced by the 8 lead changes thus far.
The deep 3 from Green. Misses the tray. And as we conclude the third quarter, what a game. Neither team giving. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Well, we have some elite passing big men in the NBA, and you love that skill. Wow.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. The post pair form, it'll be Smith and Şengün. Cam Whitmore is out there with Shepard. And it's Eason in at the 3 set. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Out left to the wing. And the wide open shot from Reed. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Well, Anthony Edwards showing you that I've got some playmaking in my toolbox. Nice pass.
Took him no time at all on that one.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
Outside for Randall. And another 3 for Minnesota.
Oh, my goodness. What a response by Randall. Yes, you can make a 3. So can I.
Smith outside. Six to shoot. Eason, a screen on Randall. Back to Smith. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off his shot before second violation. So for the Rockets, Williams comes in for Whitmore. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Shepard. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Minnesota. Conley against VanVleet. A clear look for Reed. And a little luck that time, but it drops. And the Timberwolves lead by 3.
Well, if you want to pinpoint one thing about Mike Conley, it's his feel for the game. That's a pretty pass.
VanVleet kicks to Smith. Pass to Şengün. Lets it go with a 3. Randall grabs the board. Minnesota leading by 3. Out to Conley. Now Alexander Walker. Over in the corner, Edwards. Three-pointer from the corner. Anthony Edwards. Bucket.
I think his teammates understand that Anthony Edwards has every aspect of his offensive game working, so let's make sure he's got the basketball.
The Rockets again can't hit. Minnesota with the ball. They're on an 11-3 run right now. Alexander Walker on the wing. Reed. That 3 off the mark.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Here's Eason. Trains the three-pointer.
There's a certain resiliency to this team, and you're starting to see it.
No doubt, keeping it very close. They're going to have to step up even more to get over the hump here.
For 3, Edwards. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. We've got 1:55 left to play here in the 4th. And the foul called on Edwards. That'll be his second foul of the game. Houston making some changes. Thompson, he's checked in for Jabari Smith. Dylan Brooks comes in for Tari Eason. And it's Green in for Williams. And the Timberwolves also making a change. DiVincenzo's checked in. Here's Alexander Walker. A three-pointer is right on target. Alexander Walker's got the lead up to 6 now for the Timberwolves. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game, how it's been going for Minnesota.
All game long, they've had active hands and really out in the passing lanes. And that aggression on defense has resulted in a ton of steals.
And you also have to love the way they've gotten out and run in transition. A ton of good chances tonight simply from being willing to run the floor.
Brooks against Edwards. For the 3. It's rebounded by Şengün.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Thompson outside. VanVleet kicks to Thompson. It's good! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Well, this one has been all about Amen Thompson, a freakish athlete. When he gets rolling, there's just not much a defender can do. The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
It's tipped. It's stolen by Randall. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. It's Edwards on the wing. Guarded by Green. A three-pointer, no good.
And looking for a very quick shot here.
You've got to run a play that's a quick strike. You've got to immediately foul after that.
And here's Brooks from outside. Reed with the rebound. Alexander Walker passes to Edwards. Fade away. It's off. And so the Timberwolves take the win. A truly gutsy performance away from home. David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks.
matchup. Both these teams feature an impressive backcourt.
No question, B.A. And I get the sense that bragging rights are on the line here. Everything you can do, I can do better. Expect some exciting back-and-forth action in this one.
Let's check out Minnesota's starting lineup. Conley and Ant are the 1 and the 2. McDaniels out there with Julius Randle. And it's Gobert in at the center position. Now here's Irving. Pass to Davis. Thompson outside. The three-pointer off the mark.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Here's Edwards. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Yeah, I really like when Edwards shows this kind of patience, allowing the play to develop over time.
Irving for 3. Counted from distance.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Thanks. Dallas's head coach and I got a chance to talk. He knows it'll be tough to score in the paint tonight. Gobert locks down the lane as well as anyone. He blocks shots, and then when you count up the numbers of shots he alters, you get a full picture of his dominance at the defensive end. Guys?
Allie, thank you.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Irving against Conley. Outside Irving. He takes it in. Pass to Gafford. Out to the right wing. Shot clock at 5. The 3 from Washington. Rudy Gobert with a rebound. For Minnesota, they've gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Defensive Player of the Year 4 times over, Stan. Rudy Gobert tied for the record.
Yeah, Brian, alongside Dikembe Mutombo and Ben Wallace, and Gobert's capable of getting another one too, assuming his countryman Victor Wembanyama doesn't start taking the reins.
Now here's Washington. Here's the 3. And he's missed his first 2 shots of the game. And Jaden McDaniels picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
Irving with it. Now guarded by McDaniels. Irving looking around. Fires for 3. Kept alive. Out to Thompson. Pass to Washington. The 3-ball. The basket's good. Off the assist from Thompson.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
Another miss by Minnesota. The Mavericks leading. Davis from long range. Edwards pulls it in. Minnesota has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. McDaniels from long range hits a 3-pointer.
Well, defensively, all eyes are on Edwards, and that creates opportunities for others.
Irving for 3. On target from range. Irving's got 6 points.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
They get it again from the arc. And he can't connect. He's 1 for 3 in this game. The Mavericks have gone 3 of 8 so far. Gafford with a screen on Conley. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. It goes on Mike Conley.
He's just incredibly crafty on the offensive end. Irving keeps his defender uneasy all game long.
So for Dallas, Lively, he's checked in for Gafford. Marshall comes in for Washington. And Spencer Dinwiddie is subbed in for Klay Thompson. And a new group getting ready for the Timberwolves. Reed's checked in for Gobert. Clark comes in for McDaniels. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Edwards. And it's DiVincenzo in for Conley. The Mavericks making a switch here. Christie's checked in. And Nickeil Alexander-Walker has built a role around defense and activity, Coach.
Yeah, Brian, he's started to understand that not everyone can be that superstar scorer, and he's carved out a role around hustle, but still capable of knocking down shots within the flow of the offense.
Reed for 3, and that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Yeah, never a bad idea to have Randle with the ball. Just a great passing forward.
Dinwiddie passes to Marshall. Davis with a screen on Clark. From downtown. Pass to Christie. The three. Minnesota with a rebound. Here's DiVincenzo. Outside, Alexander Walker. Reed sets a screen. The three. The shot by Alexander Walker, no good. For Dallas, they've gone 5 of 12 in this first quarter. Here's Marshall. Yes, and a nice assist from Dinwiddie.
Yeah, the combo guard Dinwiddie, so good at figuring out when one of his guys is open.
5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. And so Davis will bring it up for Dallas, leading by 5. Marshall passes to Davis. Back to Marshall. Here's Christie. Pass to Marshall. To the wing on the left. Jacks up a three. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. Well, offense is the order of the day. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Mavericks.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
Yeah, also, you got to appreciate how unselfish they've been. I mean, the ball movement has been impressive, and the assist numbers are off the chart.
So for Minnesota right now, McDaniels out there with Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Then there's Edwards. Then it's Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Garza in at the center position, locking down the middle. 4 on the clock.
And not often we get treated to a solo alley-oop.
It takes precision timing for sure. It's Dinwiddie on the wing, guarded by Edwards. Screen by Lively. Here's Irving. The offensive rebound. Here's Marshall. Outside Irving. Deflects the pass. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Well, the Timberwolves, no doubt, a team to be reckoned with. Coach Chris Finch said, we come in every single night and compete. No matter what the circumstances are, we expect to win. We root for each other, so I feel like we have all the makings of a tough team.
And they have reason to be confident, Allie. Thank you. Edwards, he's checked in for Dallas. Williams comes in for Dinwiddie. The Timberwolves also with a sub. Reed's checked in.
Well, this is why Edwards is a nightmare for defenses. He can drive right through you or pull you apart from range like this.
Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. And you played for several different coaches with very different philosophies, Grant. Did you have a favorite system?
Well, you know, B.A., I did. I played 19 years, a number of different coaches. But the 8 seconds or less offense back when I was with the Suns as a player, you want to run. And honestly, it's so much fun getting up and down the court.
Gafford, he's checked in for Dallas. Klay Thompson comes in for Edwards. Now here's Irving. He's got 9. Pass to Marshall. Thompson with a screen. Back to Irving. A shot from the high post. Good work defensively by DiVincenzo. The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 4 here in the second quarter. Here's Edwards. A chance there to take the lead, but a miss. The Mavericks have gone 0 for 4 in the second quarter. There's the 3. Marshall with the bucket. Marshall's got 6.
Well, when you give him room like that, just expect it to go in.
Reed for 3. Rebounded by Marshall. The Mavericks lead by 3. And coach, how about Naz Reid, the 2024 Sixth Man of the Year award winner?
Yeah, Brian, sort of unique. We often associate that award with shooting guards, but although he's a big, Reed is more than capable of putting up big numbers, including from long distance.
Now here's DiVincenzo. Pass to Reed. Outside Edwards. Launches a 3. Oh, A deep three from Anthony Edwards.
Look, if Edwards is hitting that shot, there's not much you can do defensively to stop him.
Gafford with a screen on Edwards. Williams from long range. Reed with the rebound. Minnesota has gone 2 of 5 from distance here in the second quarter. And here's Edwards outside. It's rebounded by Dallas.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Irving with a deep three. An absolute bomb from three-point range. He's got 12.
Look at Irving draining a tough shot. Not intimidated at all by the deep range.
Thompson with a steal. Lets it go from deep. And the Mavericks, another three.
And that's a defensive lapse. A shooter of his caliber can't be left wide open.
Minnesota again missing. Dallas leading by 6. Outside Irving. Inside. Ooh, McDaniels with a steal. Edwards against Williams. Reed sets a screen. And here's Edwards outside. Sends it home from three-point land. Edwards got 11 here in the quarter alone. Pass to Thompson. And we've got 28 seconds left in the second.
Just great work cashing in on the fast break.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important.
A great read between those two guys. The defense didn't stand a chance, B.A.
These two teammates right here, Grant, they are connected. DiVincenzo finds McDaniels. Outside, Alexander Walker. Outside, Edwards. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the three-point bucket. But he'll head to the line for 3. It goes on Kyrie Irving. Both teams deciding to change it up. And both free throws good for Edwards.
We expect nothing less. He's generally been very good at the line.
And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. Dallas on top, leading by a point. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out there for the start of the third quarter, right after the break.
Okay, they're thinking about the shot.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. And you know, Anthony Edwards has been really making it happen, guys.
Through the first 2 quarters and change, his perimeter shooting continues to be spot on.
Yeah, he's been locked in tonight. Through the first 2 quarters, he's been a huge factor from outside.
We've got Anthony Davis, Thompson out there with Kyrie Irving. Then it's Daniel Gafford, and it's Washington in at the 3. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks. Just 2 to shoot. Edwards for 3. Rebound, Anthony Davis. Davis has got 4 rebounds now. Timberwolves trail by 3. Despite entering his 30s, Anthony Davis is not slowing down, Grant.
Yeah, B.A. And last year, AD put up the best rebounding numbers of his career. And his shooting percentage also very high. And just watching him, Davis is still an all-NBA caliber player, capable of taking over on both ends.
Back to Edwards. Randall, a screen on Irving. And here's Edwards outside. Offensive board. Outside Conley for the tie. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randall. It's all knotted up.
Just a smart offensive player. Conley is aware of when he should look to rise and fire. Whew, I love it.
Outside Irving. Pass to Davis. Now Washington. Dallas needs to get off a shot. And here's Thompson for 3. It's rebounded by Minnesota. McDaniels got 4 rebounds in the game. For the lead. Mavericks with the rebound. And now the Mavs on the run. Washington with the ball. Pass to Davis. Now Thompson. McDaniels covering. From behind the arc. Thompson, no good. The Timberwolves have gotten only 1 of 4 shots to fall in the second half. Edwards finds McDaniels. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. Dallas has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. And Jaden McDaniels picks up the foul. That'll be a second foul of the game. Dinwiddie, he's checked in for Washington. The Timberwolves also with a sub. DiVincenzo's checked in. Conley against Irving. Gafford the screen. Oh, they get a hand on it. Stolen by Conley. Here we go, one-on-one. Edwards for 3. Oh! Edwards finishes the break.
Well, when Edwards gets this hot, all an opponent can hope to do is limit the damage.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Randall. Right around 3 minutes into this second half. Irving with it. He's picked up by Conley. Outside for Davis. Takes the 3. Stan, you've coached some great defensive anchors in your time. Who do you view as the best in the game today?
Well, Brian, you probably have to start with Rudy Gobert, but we've got guys like Brook Lopez, Jaren Jackson, Anthony Davis, and then we've got 2 young ones coming up that could be as good as we've seen in Wemby and Chet Holmgren.
The amazing thing about AD, you don't have to create for him. He's a big man who can create for himself.
Conley against Irving. Gobert with a screen on Irving. 6 on the shot clock. There's the triple. Pass to Edwards. Shoots over Thompson. Again, the miss by Edwards.
Well, if you have the space, you have to take that shot. He missed it, but he's trying to keep the defense on.
Davis with a screen on Conley. Irving for 3. Out to Thompson. And out of bounds. Minnesota will have it. And the Mavericks with some changes. Lively, he's checked in for Gafford. Marshall comes in for Thompson. And Christie subbed in for Kyrie Irving. And the Timberwolves also making a change. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Anthony Edwards. For the lead. Pass to Christie. Again, Dallas. Here in the second half, these teams still neck and neck.
I really like how each team is matching the other's intensity.
For 3, Conley. Fires in the triple. Conley's got 6 points.
Off the bounce, Conley will typically pull up for a shot rather than trying to take it all the way to the hole.
And Dante DiVincenzo is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. The Timberwolves making a switch here. Reed's checked in. 2-second difference between shot and game clock. Nice shot by Christie.
Yeah, the complete package is AD. Had the defense's attention and found the open man.
Randall, the pass to Reed. Launches it. Book it. And it's Randall with the assist. Randall's got 3 assists tonight.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Just 4 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Christie. And that's not gonna go. Misses at the buzzer. And we've just finished the third quarter. What a tight game. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. 0 chance to stop that.
Now that is an elite level dig. What a great task.
3 tense quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the 4th. Setting the floor for the Timberwolves. We've got Edwards. Miller is out there with Naz Reid. Then it's Dante DiVincenzo, and it's Clark in at the 3, small forward. Left side, Williams. Lively with a screen on DiVincenzo. Williams from long range. Outside for Irving. 6 to shoot. Goes back up. Perfection. Beautiful stroke. And the Mavericks lead by 3.
And Kyrie loves putting on a show. This is what makes him so much fun to watch.
For 3, DiVincenzo. Christie with a rebound.
And you know they were praying for that one to go down.
Yeah, they really wanted that bucket to go. You can't get discouraged, though.
Impressive offensive versatility for a big. He can show you a variety of looks.
Edwards finds DiVincenzo. Back to Edwards from outside the arc. Ooh, once again off the mark by Minnesota. The Mavericks lead by 6. Williams from long range. And Dallas hits again from deep.
And they're putting together another quality possession. They're taking control of this game.
And if you're going to pull away, now is the time to do it. Time to finish the game strong. Well, adding a little entertainment to that layup. Could you imagine if he missed it? Coach would have been all over it.
Pass to Christie. 4-3. And good. Coming on the assist by Irving.
This game's taken on a whole new look thanks to this run.
Yeah, but we know momentum can flip the other direction very quickly. You can't get complacent now.
Now here's Williams. Miller pulls it in.
I know that he has the ability and confidence to sink that shot. But better luck next time, maybe.
That's one of those heat check shots. And heat check is a synonym for bad shot.
Here's Williams. Three-pointer. Lively passes to Christie. The 3 is up. The rebound by the Timberwolves.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
Out to DiVincenzo. For 3. Kyrie Irving clears the rebound. Dallas leading by 7. Puts up a deep 3. Reed with the rebound. Reed's got 4 rebounds now. Clark finds DiVincenzo. Here's the pick. Back to Clark. Takes a 3. And Reed with a basket on the assist by Clark.
And defensively, how do you leave him that open in crunch time?
Williams on the wing. Guarded by Edwards. Here's Christie. Pass to Irving. There's a screen by Marshall. Fires from deep. And it's Irving missing. Timberwolves trail by 4. Back to DiVincenzo. And a fast break now. The Mavericks on the run. Lively with it. Picked up by Reed. Irving for 3. Reed against Lively. Over Reed. Again, the miss by Dallas. The Timberwolves have gotten 3 of 8 shot attempts to find the net here in the 4th quarter. For 3, DiVincenzo. And it's good. And that one brings them within 1.
Whoa, that is as clutch as it gets. Big time play.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
And it's even more satisfying when you answer with a 3, and it looks like they're putting the game out of reach.
For 3, DiVincenzo. Christie with a rebound.
Well, he's trying to shoot his way out of it from distance, but look, he's got to find something easier.
Williams from long range. Another 3 for Dallas.
Really feels like they're in control. They've got a big lead with time dwindling.
Yeah, and at this point, the focus is take care of the ball, no needless fouls, and no threes.
And a new group getting ready for the Mavericks. Gafford, he's checked in for Lively. Anthony Davis comes in for Marshall. Washington's checked in for Christie. And it's Klay Thompson in for Williams.
At this point, it just feels like it's over.
Yeah, time is not on their side. The score is not on their side. Nothing you can do.
Thompson, no good. From deep three-point land. Oh, he buries it from outside.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
The 3 from Washington. Gets the 3 ball to go. And And so it's Dallas winning this one. I'm sure they would have. Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up.
got to play to your strengths, right? But really, the league in general is looking for early offense. These teams, no different.
And the Houston Rockets starting 5. Running the wings, they'll go with Green and Brooks. Alperen Sengun out there with Thompson. And it's Van Vliet in at the point guard. And so it's the Mavericks getting on the board first. Thompson passes to Green. From deep three-point land. Rebounded by Gafford.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
Now here's Gafford. Now here's Washington. Another three for Dallas.
Well, he's a stretch forward now with a dangerous outside shot. Washington loves letting that one fly from there.
Rockets on offense. 6-point game. The shot by Thompson, no good. Well, you look at these role players the Mavs have, Clark. They've done a great job.
They really have, Kevin. I mean, the front office identified who the players were that could best play with their core stars. Needed defenders and guys that could catch and shoot the three. They went out and loaded up the roster with those perfectly fitting role players.
Washington with it. Now defended by Sengun. Here's Gafford. Rejected by Van Vliet.
And perfect positioning from Van Vliet, wanting to block shots whenever he can. Great instincts.
From deep, Green. Anthony Davis with the rebound. Dallas has gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Here's Irving. Buries it from about 10 feet away. Irving's got 5 now.
Oh, yeah. Irving, he has the mid-range in his bag now.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to talk with Coach Jason Kidd. I asked him how they plan on bottling up Jalen Green. Now, he said, we have to try and stay in front of him and protect the rim. Jalen is an explosive athlete and an incredibly crafty finisher around the basket, so keeping him out of the paint won't be easy. Guys, back to you.
All right, David, thanks. So it's the Mavericks now after the Rockets pick up 3. Just 3 to shoot. Thompson. Thompson with the rebound.
Boy, he's got to be disappointed in the result there. I mean, the defender really didn't make any impact at all.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
Adams, he's checked in for Houston. And that one, no good to start him off on the night. Mavericks leading by 5. And a deep 3 from Irving. Here's Davis. Sinks it from just inside the baseline.
With that great length and quickness off the floor, Davis rising above to knock it down from mid-range.
Greg, as you were saying, beyond the blocks, what makes Anthony Davis special on defense is the way he navigates the floor.
Kevin, most bigs can get picked on in pick-and-roll action. Davis, though, too quick and smart to take advantage of. He can slip screens, hedge, switch, and recover like he's a 3-and-D wing.
Thompson way outside. The rebound by Steven Adams. Rockets trail by 5. From downtown. The
Rocketing off the deck. Thompson showing that youthful exuberance.
Davis sets a screen. And on the way from Irving for 3. It's rebounded by Houston. 1:19 left to play in the first. Here he goes. They kick it out to Green. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. And that'll tie this game up.
Hey, when Green is hitting his threes, Jalen is a problem in capital letters.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Green. That's his first foul.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was one step late that time.
And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Derek Lively, he's checked in for Daniel Gafford. Marshall comes in for P.J. Washington. Christie, he's checked in for Thompson. And Spencer Dinwiddie subbed in for Kyrie Irving. Good on the triple.
Gets the shot he wants. The defense wasn't quite connected enough. They lost contact.
A chance at a 2-for-1 if they want it.
If I'm them, I try it.
That's a 2 from Smith. Great D that time from Davis. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Lively a screen on Smith. No good on the 3. Rockets have gone 5 of 12 from the field since the opening tip. Now Marshall. Lively sets a screen for Marshall. Here's Christie. And that one released in time, but no good. It's a tie game in Dallas. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And guys, what's your take so far on the Mavs?
Showing a lot of confidence in their rotation. They went right to that bench when they needed points.
And you know, when the bench is playing such a big role early, that certainly allows the starters to stay fresh throughout the game.
This is how the floor looks for the Rockets starting the second. The post pair form, it'll be Smith and Şengün. Then it's Tari Eason. Then it's Cam Whitmore. And it's Holiday in at the 1. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Alperen Şengün is a weapon on the block. Coach Ime Udoka said there are not a ton of true low-post threats in the NBA nowadays. Joel Embiid, Jokic, I don't know how many others there are anymore. Alpie's had success against pretty much everybody that's guarded him. Kevin, his footwork is indeed high level.
DA, totally agree. Great footwork. Moves on moves, I've always said. And the Mavericks with possession here, following the score by Houston. To the paint. Marshall passes to Christie. Just 5 on the clock. Puts it up. Pass to Marshall. 3-pointer. Doesn't go for him.
You know, he's not a knockdown shooter from there, but when you're that uncovered, you almost are forced to take it.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Houston.
Their chemistry. That's what really stood out so far in this one to me. Look at the number of assists they've been able to rack up so far.
And in addition, the three-point shooting has been dialed in tonight. They seem poised for a big game from deep.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Well, I tell you what, they've got this team just a step away from being completely asleep.
Dallas has gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. To the surprise of some, Derek Lively made an immediate impact as a rookie.
Count me amongst those folks, Kevin. I saw him in college, and I liked his potential, and I thought it would take a while longer for him to have an impact. But, boy, he has exceeded expectations in a big way. And because of his shot blocking and energy, running the floor, rim running, and the like, he's earned himself some nice minutes as a contributing player.
Lively's shot is off. For Houston, they've gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. And there's the call. It's on Spencer Dinwiddie. That's his first foul. Daniel Gafford's checked in for the Mavericks. Thompson comes in for Christie. And then for Houston, Amen Thompson, he's checked in for Smith. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Aaron Holiday. The Mavericks leading. Gafford kicks to Irving. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Irving's got 11 points.
That's the decisiveness we talk about with Irving. He's quick and right at it.
And Bleed on the wing. He's covered by Irving. The Rockets with another miss. Now the Mavericks with it. 9 points in a row. Good run for him right now. Thompson dishes to Dinwiddie. Outside Irving. And stolen by Thompson. And Thompson throws it down. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. And a deep three from Irving. And it's Whitmore with the rebound. Rockets trail. For three, Van Vliet. In the corner, it's Eason. His three-pointers off the mark. And Alperen Şengün gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. And the Mavericks with some changes. Anthony Davis, he's checked in for Marshall. Washington comes in for Spencer Dinwiddie, and it's Williams in for Irving. Houston also making some changes. Jabari Smith, he's checked in for Şengün. Brooks comes in for Tari Eason, and it's Green in for Whitmore. And Davis nails the three.
You know, this is the problem with guarding Davis. I mean, he can shoot it, penetrate, and hurt you in the post. Sometimes impossible to guard.
Shots good by Green.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets three, you fire three of your own. Boom.
Now here's Williams. Davis kicks to Washington. Shot clock at 6. Connects from three-point range. Washington's got his second bucket tonight.
Corners can be a little suspect for Washington, but he puts a smooth stroke on it this time.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And the shot is good. The Maverick lead has been cut down to 2 on the bucket from Green.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
Williams passes to Davis. From past the arc. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession.
Boy, that looked like a failure to communicate. You hate unforced errors.
Thompson with it. He has 7. Thompson sets the pick for Green. Up in time. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. I thank you, David. And folks, don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
And get ready for the fans' half-court shot.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Thompson is out there with Irving. Then it's Anthony Davis. Then there's Washington. And it's Gafford in at center. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. And Clark, the Rockets, just one of a handful of franchises to win back-to-back NBA titles.
Can you believe that, Kevin? It was roughly 30 years ago that the Rockets did that, led by Hakeem Olajuwon, perhaps the best player in the league at that time. Of course, this was while Michael Jordan was retired from the NBA the first time.
No good from Irving. Irving's gone 4 of 11 tonight. There's Green with the 3. It's rebounded by Dallas. Gafford's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Irving for 3. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets yanked soon. I mean, that's how bad his shot selection has been.
Brooks finds Şengün. Van Vliet against Irving. Thompson, a screen on Irving. Van Vliet passes to Şengün. For the tie. Rebounded by Gafford. Gafford's got 8 rebounds in this game. It's stolen by Green. Poked away. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Şengün. Dallas has gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Van Vliet against Irving. Out to the right wing. Clock at 6. Thompson, a screen on Van Vliet. And on the way from Irving for 3. Nailed from three-point land. Irving's got it going here in the start of the second half. The first points in the third quarter for Dallas. Brooks misses.
You know, defensively, you just can't afford to give him that much room. They're fortunate that he missed that one.
Gafford sets the pick for Washington. And looks like the illegal kick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
Najee Marshall, he's checked in for Washington. And a change for the Rockets. Tari Eason's checked in for Dylan Brooks. Now Irving after Jalen Green's three-pointer that didn't go. And here is Van Vliet. Pass to Thompson. This one for three. Another miss by Houston. Mavericks leading by 5. And court watching Amen Thompson. He is just a different kind of athlete.
He sure is, boy. Special as an athlete. And we've got some of the greatest athletes in the world across the NBA. He's smooth, he's explosive, he's fluid, well coordinated. Seems like he just kind of floats in the air. It's special to watch him do his thing.
Davis kicks to Thompson. Pass to Marshall. They double him with Şengün. Dallas moving it around. Gafford misses.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And here is Şengün. Here's Thompson. He's got 7. Now here's Thompson. They get it back. Here's Gafford. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Green stopping on a dime and putting up his shot. Boy, that was impressive how suddenly he did that.
And here's Irving following Jalen Green's 3. Irving. Pass to Davis. Over Thompson. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
Defense made an impact right there. Definitely got him uncomfortable going up with him.
Şengün with a wide open look. And a miss there on the triple. And here's Marshall bring it up for the Mavericks. Since the second half started, they've only given up 3 points. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. From deep. Şengün with the rebound. Şengün's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Easton passes to Thompson. Now Easton. There's Green with the 3. And no good on the last second attempt this time. The third quarter comes to a close. The Mavericks on top. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Dallas leading by 5. Fourth quarter on the court for the Rockets. The post pair form, it'll be Smith and Şengün. Then it's Cam Whitmore. Then it's Tari Eason. And it's Holiday in at the point guard position. Here's Christie. Lets it go from deep. Rebound by Smith. There's the triple. Shot by Eason, no good. And here are the Mavericks now. Pass to Marshall. Fades away. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Şengün's got his 6th rebound on the night. Eason gets a wide open look. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Oh, how about the vision from Smith? You have to know not just where, but when to deliver the ball.
Lively a screen on Eason. The shot's good from Christie.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Whitmore with it. Dinwiddie covering. Smith for 3. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Lively's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Christie. Rebound by Smith. Rockets trail by 5. Here's Eason. Sinks the three-pointer.
Defensively, you can't back off him that much. You don't want to give up easy threes at this stage of the game.
Irving for 3. Good on the three-point shot. And the Mavericks lead by 5.
The fire that Irving plays with, admirable. I mean, you can feel it. When you make a three on him, it's payback time. He's coming at you.
And the Mavericks with possession here. Following the miss by Jabari Smith from deep. Pass to Lively. Now Irving. Back to Lively. Here's Christie. Shot clock at 5. Puts up a deep three. Şengün with the rebound. For Houston, they've gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Smith outside. Holiday with it. Three-pointer. Great D that time from Irving. Mavericks leading by 5. Pass to Lively. Takes a three. Şengün with the rebound. Şengün's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Holiday finds Smith. No good on the triple. Dallas shooting in the fourth quarter, not pretty, down around 29%. Here's Lively. Busts the J after the cagey pass fake. Lively's got his first points of the game. It's trailed by 7. Holiday with it. Back to Smith. Over Marshall. Smith gets it to go on the assist by Holiday.
And this is a statement bucket. If you weren't excited about Smith already, how about now?
Pass to Marshall. A minute 42 left in the fourth quarter of this one. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. And so here is Houston. Here's Şengün. It's good from long range.
When the stakes rise, you need guys who will step up and rise with it. Nice play by Şengün.
Now here's Marshall. Unloads. Kicks it out to Dinwiddie. Outside Irving. Shoots the three. And he's good on the three ball. Irving's got 6 here in this quarter.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all this work from behind the arc. Smith Jr. stepping it up in the clutch. He was prepared for the moment and delivered.
Over in the corner, Marshall. 50 seconds left in the game. For the three. Kicks it out to Dinwiddie. Lets it go with the three. Drops in the tray. And the Mavericks lead by 7.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
And here are the Mavericks now. Following the miss by Jabari Smith.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
Not by a long shot. It's all but official.
12 seconds left to play in the final quarter.
And every miss finds its way to his hands. Well, what an impressive performance.
Tell you what, those are crazy numbers, guys. I mean, believe me, I was a good rebounder in my day. It is not easy to corral that many boards in one night.
All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it.